The first book is Shackles Lost. The second book will be called Found, and that's a focus on love stories. And then the third book is called Smut. And Smut is a collection of poems and prose, poetry and prose around lust. Found will be released in the summer of 2021, and Smut will be released in no later than February of 2022. And originally, the Shackles Lost project was going to have all of those things together. Loss, love, and lust all into one book. And I just found that it was too much to go from talking about something really, really traumatic to then jumping to, I want to jump your bones. So I was able to separate them. Found is the next book in the Poetry Mixtape series. And what Found is a meditation on love. And so all of the pieces will be connected to love, both, emotional love, platonic love, friendship love. And it's a series of love letters that I am writing to people that I've loved, as well as old poems. So some as old as 30, 40, 35 years old, I think is the oldest poem. So I'm going to post a photo of an old poem and then write a response to that poem to someone that was important to my life. And so I'm not really good at sharing love. I'm not really good at receiving love either. And so this is a way, it's kind of like really focused on shackles and ending shackles and moving forward. I want people to know that even though I wasn't necessarily always in the best space to love them when I was before, I appreciate them. And so it's a way for me to honor them and appreciate them. Well, I have a very long list of writing projects. After the mixtape books, there will be a movie called Shackles Lost, and it's a documentary in which I go back to the place where I was raped and walk the route from my church, which is where it started, and to a block and a half that led to my rape, and retelling the story of that day, but also retelling the story of life in Harlem and growing up in New York City and interviewing friends of mine about that time. And so it is a way for me to kind of take the story one step further and really dig deep in, and combined with some other stories about my life. I've lived a pretty crazy life, I have to say, for someone that started out in the way that I started out. I feel very, very blessed and fortunate, and I wish that I would have had the mental capacity to really enjoy it the way that I should have if I wasn't kind of stuck in my head with all kinds of shit. I think what I want people to take away from the project is that it's okay. Whatever you're going through, whatever feelings you have, whatever concerns you have, it's okay to have those. And we all have them, and we're all fucking struggling at one level or the next. And so to be able to acknowledge them is the first step to be able to heal through them. And there's lots of amazing organizations that are focused on mental illness work and offer, free or low cost services. And I would encourage anyone who is struggling quietly or loudly or whatever is going on inside you to reach out to someone. And if you don't have anyone, reach out to me. And I will, because I know what it's like to feel alone. I know what it's like to be afraid. I know what it's like to feel like you have no one in your corner or that no one understands. So this is also an attempt for me to help people who need someone to know that they're here and they understand. So. My favorite piece in the book is, honestly, it depends on the day. Every time I kind of look at it, I come up with a different answer. I think my favorite piece in the book is What I Want, the One, which is one of the last pieces in the book. It was just a beautiful process for me to write it. It started out as a paragraph, and it was a challenge by someone that I had met on Tinder, and she decided that she wasn't interested in me because I was not the one. And so it started out as a response to her and turned into what I think is a really clear manifestation of what I would love to see in a partner, even though it might be unrealistic. So to put it down, it was just really beautiful. So that's probably my favorite poem, piece in the book. It's super duper long. And then probably Rules for a White People Lover is a piece that is very, very near and dear and to me, and it starts to look at loss from a place of race and class, as well as mental illness. So I really love that piece as well. Well, you can find the ebook at any of the major booksellers, so Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, Apple, etc. You can buy the paperback at Amazon, or you'll be able to buy it shortly directly from my website, which is blackfathersmedia.com. There you can learn also about the podcast I host called Black Fathers Matter, and learn more about all of the other projects that we have going on. There'll be an audiobook at some point, and then there's a lot more to come. You can sign up for our newsletter, and once a quarter we'll be sending out like a mini chapbook of poetry directly for people that are on the newsletter. And